Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on losing weight. And we're going to talk about how you can lose 1 pound every week. It's something that I'd like to do. Um, I'll be running a couple half marathons next year. One's at the end of February. It would be nice to lose about 12 pounds to get in really good shape for that marathon. This year, I have been successful at losing weight. I lost 30 pounds in 100 days, and I talk about it in this book called The 100-Day Diet. I was able to keep a journal and then format that journal to share some of the secrets of how I lost weight. And I had struggled with weight loss over the years, trying to lose weight, and then finally found some key ways that I could lose weight. So just a disclaimer, this isn't medical advice. Check with your health professional about ways that you can lose weight because every person's different. Every person has a different background, history, and current health status. So make sure you check with your health professional before you start any weight loss routine. Weight loss is defined in the context of medicine, health, or physical fitness as a reduction of the total body mass uh, by a mean loss of fluid, body fat, or lean mass. Weight loss can be either unintentional because of malnourishment or underlying disease, or from a conscious effort to improve an actual or perceived overweight or obese state. So we're really talking about the latter here. People that want to lose weight because of they want to improve their health. So you might want to reduce the risk of heart disease or cancer, diabetes by losing weight. You might want to take some stress off your joints. You might just want to feel better. And so for me, it was all of those as well as wanting to get active and start to compete in some races again. So how to lose 1 pound a week? Well, 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories. So if we basically just went with the numbers and science, a calorie deficit of 1 pound a week would be 3,500 calories. And that would equate to about 500 calories a day. So you'd have to reduce the amount you're eating currently by 500 calories a day. And that should equate to losing about a pound a week. But unfortunately, it's not that easy. I tried that and I wasn't able to lose weight. I lost a few pounds and would gain it right back. Just trying to count calories. And there's a lot of calorie counting apps out there that you could use, but I think it takes more than just counting calories in order to lose weight. Other ways to help you lose weight are low carbs. So reducing the amount of carbohydrates or sugars reduces the amount of insulin. And then if you spike your insulin and you spike your sugars, the body's going to put that extra energy away as fat. So that's going to be counterproductive. So the low carb type of diet or lower carb diets do work. But again, you have to be conscious of everything in your diet. So not just the carbs, but you need higher good fats, and good fats come in the form of olive oil or omega-3 fatty acids and fish oils, which are key ingredients to not just getting more fat, but getting healthy fat. And then a good quality protein, and that could be like a protein powder. It could be like a plant-based protein powder. You can get an organic one at Costco, or other protein sources that are really healthy for you. The other thing that I did that I talk about in the book is intermittent fasting. And what I found was uh, by adding intermittent fasting to my routine, I was able to accelerate my weight loss and then keep it off. So for intermittent fasting, I followed the 16-8 method. I found that worked the best for me. And a lot of the research says 16-8 works the best. So that's an 8-hour window of eating. For me, that's from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. the next day, you don't eat. You can have water, black coffee, electrolytes, but you can't have anything that would add calories and break the fast. To break the fast, what I like to do is add a smoothie to my routine. So for a smoothie, I'll have a bin with all the best ingredients in it. And that includes the protein powder, the healthy fats, any supplements like fiber. Um, I'll take frozen berries out of the freezer and add them to my smoothie just a little bit. Again, you should count your carbs and your calories to make sure you know what you're getting. But I keep a bin with a personal blender in it, and then I blend up a smoothie. And I'll be doing that right after this webinar because it'll be 11 a.m. and I'll be able to uh, make a smoothie to break my fast. So that's really important to get the proper nutrition and start your day off right. The other thing you can do is exercise. And I found when I exercised, I was able to, it was like a bonus. I was able to burn more calories. So just from walking or running, you could burn 300 to 500 calories a day very easily. And the way I did that was I started by walking because I couldn't run. I was too out of shape. And then from walking, I added some intervals. So I would walk and then run quickly for about 10 seconds and then go back to walking. And as I was able to do those intervals, I could extend that so that I could do longer and longer sprints or runs. Eventually, I could run continuously. So that's an easy way for you to do that. And then other exercises like swimming are a little bit easier on your joints. So if you have some joint issues, swimming might be the best way to go for you. And that'll just help you to burn some extra calories. And it'll be a bonus as you're tracking the foods you're eating and your calorie intake per day and per week. The other thing that I think is important is lifestyle. And I wrote about that in the book. Getting enough rest and sleep is really important to reset the circadian rhythms, the brain, and also to make your brain work better so you can make better decisions about food and and health as the day goes on. Reducing stress levels and the cortisol levels in your body are important. Getting enough water or hydration, because if we get dehydrated, we tend to want to reach for foods, and sometimes not the best foods, ones that have sugars and salts in them, fast foods. And then electrolytes. Adding some electrolytes to water, especially first thing in the morning, really helped to rehydrate my body and get my body going the right way each morning. And I talk about that in the book as well. So the book's called The 100-Day Diet, and it is on Amazon. It's in 3 formats. There's the paperback, the ebook, and the audiobook. And I'm just going to switch over here and read from the book just a little bit from one of the chapters. And so just bear with me while I switch over to the book here. And the book is called The 100-Day Diet. And I share some of the weight loss secrets that I learned that allowed me to lose 30 pounds in 100 days this year. So I'm going to talk about diet. That's chapter 3. Stepping back to look at a much bigger picture for humanity and our association with food, I find it necessary to review how we evolved as humans and our eating habits. As I read books from researchers on how we evolved and our dietary patterns, it started to make sense that we are very good at eating whole grains, vegetables, and even fish and meat for the past centuries and millennia. But we have not had much practice eating carbohydrates, especially refined carbs, sugar, trans fats, colors, and preservatives. These additives were only introduced recently to our diets in the past 50 years. I learned that over 100,000 years ago, we as humans gathered plants from the ground and we ate them. We were scavengers. We were also much smaller in stature and our brains were smaller too. Then, as our bodies and our brains grew, our diets needed to change, especially eating more protein and fat. We needed to eat better sources of protein, so we started to hunt for fish and meat. The protein and fats in the fish and meat provided extra nutrition that we needed to grow and evolve. As we grew more, we needed more food and energy. As tribes moved around from one location to another, We would eat off the land and sea and occasionally feast when animals were hunted and caught. So that's just an example of my book and kind of explaining why certain things really worked for me in that 100 days, kind of the secrets to losing weight for me. So if you're interested, just go over to Amazon and you should be able to find the book over there. You can click on the link in the show notes and then that'll take you to a main menu. And I'm going to show you in 1 second here that main menu, okay? Before I do that, follow us on social media. We're at True North PM on Instagram and Twitter, at True North Practice Management on Facebook and YouTube. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel. So like this video and subscribe, and that way we'll be able to reach more people. Our podcast is called Health Professional and Wellness Coaching. It is on Apple and Android, so you can easily get that podcast. If you click on the link in our menu, it'll take you over to Anchor, and you can follow us there, or you can follow us on platforms like Spotify. Just type in Health Professional Wellness Coaching. The menu, the way it looks is something similar to this, and I'm just going to switch over there just to show you the different menu options. So the menu in the show notes, or if you're on Instagram, in our bio, is going to look something like this. And if you go over to the menu and you're interested in the book, you just click on this link right here, the 100-Day Diet, and that'll take you over to Amazon, and you'll be able to buy that book in whichever format that that you wish. If you need some more help regarding weight loss, I'd be happy to help you. Just book an initial 15-minute consultation or 30-minute consultation. It'll ask you for your name, first and last name, your phone number, and your email address. We'll send you over a quick survey so we have some talking points. And then when I call you, we'll go over your goals and dreams and some of the obstacles that you're currently encountering to lose weight. If you want to follow our YouTube channel, it's the second last item here, YouTube video and webinars. And then the last item, podcasts. So you can easily click on that and follow our podcast. So those are the menu items when you click on the link that takes you over to our Linktree account. And I'd encourage you to get some help, talk to your health professional, grab the book and read the book. And then if you need some extra help, you can always book an initial 15-minute consult with me. You could scan this code in the top right corner as well with your phone. Just turn on the camera, scan the code, and it'll open a link, and that'll take you right over to the menu as well. So that's really easy to do. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Please follow us so you can see future webinars coming up here on YouTube Live, as well as on Instagram Live. And I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon.